Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your girl Siquoyia Blue, back here another episode. Today's special guest is Nicole Murphy, a visionary entrepreneur from Washington, D.C., and she's the CEO of Barter Black, a transformative platform empowering Black entrepreneurs and startup founders. Now, this is amazing, Nicole. Like, what led you to start Barter Black?
The pandemic. In
Oh,
short, the pandemic. So before Barter Black, I had a short-term property management company in the DC area where we clean and manage Airbnb properties. But when the pandemic hit, my business, everything failed. Like I had to close down my business because no one was traveling. So we did that. And then I asked myself a question: why aren't we helping each other out? Why there's so many Black owned businesses in the United States? We can come together and build these businesses and build sustainable businesses. And that's how Barter Black came about.
Wow. Yeah, because I think at the time that it was like the PPP loans was out there. People was taking advantage of it. All this stuff was going on. So it might have pushed out the people that really needed it. Do you think?
Um,
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
when I thought about Barter Black and in the pandemic, I'm thinking that businesses aren't set up correctly anyway. We're winging it when we're setting up our business. So when the pandemic hit, it was difficult for us. And then when the government started offering, the help that we needed, a lot of Black owned businesses weren't able to get the help that they needed because they weren't set up and formulated correctly anyway. So that's where the help for your business comes in. That's why you need to not try to learn everything in your business and do everything yourself. You need the experts, the team of experts. And I think Barter Black brings that to entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I like that you said that because what happens is what I've noticed is that people say I'm an entrepreneur. They don't have the LLC, they don't have the EIN, they don't understand the BOI report, the annual business report. All these things come into play, and understanding the marketing, what it takes, how, the investment depending on your business, what it takes to market. Do you have time to write? Can you write the content? Can you do the videos? Do you know how to do the videos? It's just all these things that nobody was thinking about because you get online, you see social media, you see all these cool guys kind of saying, I put a shirt on Shopify and I made 7,000 one month, and you can too. Just get a Shopify account. Yeah. You're like, huh? And at first, I was in my early 20s, I was gullible. I was like, yo, let me do what he said and I'll get there. No. I messed up and, made me lose money and not understand the game because it's a long man's game most of the time. Some things happen overnight, but most things don't happen overnight.
Exactly. We need to get out of that mindset that it's an overnight success. And it's really not. If you look, so I want people to stop looking at what social media says and get behind the people who you are looking at on social media, or get behind the journey of the successful business owners that you want to be like. Look at their journey behind. Don't look at now. Now is not what you want to look at. You want to look at the journey that it took them to get there, because it's a lot of hard work. And most likely it did not happen in 1 to 5 years. It took them a while. So don't get excited about what you see on social media. I did this in 30 days. And there was a journey to them being able to do that in 30 days.
That makes sense. And so with Barter Black, I see that there's something called Barter Bucks. Like, walk us through the platform. So I see there's different services somebody can offer. I saw one for Chat GPT prompting, which is one of my expertise. I said, oh, they stole my idea. But
no, you
that would be that.
No, you can post.
I said, oh man. Then they stole my AI image idea. I said, oh.
No, definitely. We want to bring entrepreneurs on where they are offering a crazy amount of services. Because one thing that I've learned in my entrepreneur journey is that there's no such thing as a saturated market. One, because so I don't know if you've ever worked with someone, but this is the story. I've worked with someone who I've seen work with other people, amazing reviews, like such, but it didn't work for me. Like the relationship didn't work for me. So I don't want anybody to think that there's a such thing as a saturated market, because this person may work for you, but this person may not work for you. So post your listings. do not worry about someone else posting it, because you may offer a different perspective than someone else. And to your question about the barter bucks is like our digital currency. We call it trade credits, where you can go online and purchase exactly what you need in your business using these trade credits. And how you get the trade credits is by selling your products and services. So you're basically helping other entrepreneurs get the expertise that they need in their business. And once you help them, your reward is barter bucks. And you get those barter bucks and you can use them wherever you need in the network to get what you need in your business.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. Because, the thing is, being an entrepreneur is so tough. You're wearing a lot of hats. And I looked at some of the listings, and it could be so helpful to learn how to prompt correctly, because then that can create content posts and stuff like that.
Yes.
See, I'm not the writer when it comes to marketing sales type. I'm more of a book writer. Like I can read a random story or something, but some people need ChatGPT to create the listings and create some type of post, even though some people on LinkedIn be like, oh, they're using AI. It's like, so everybody's not his writer. That's not my natural thing.
Right.
So I think it's okay to use those services to learn new things.
Absolutely. Every conference I've been to this year has talked about the importance of using AI, because the big businesses are using AI. Do not feel bad about using AI. But the thing with what we fail to realize is business is supposed to, when you're operating in business, you're supposed to be saving time, saving money. You're not supposed to be like all in creating automations. You're supposed to be trying to create a business that could operate without you. And if AI helps you do that, then you should use AI.
Yeah, because it's like the systems and processes, right? I did a podcast the other day about systems and processes, because I've been in tech for 10 years. And I told myself it's important to have the processes down, because then guess what? You can work 4 hours a week because you put your processes, procedures, and your protocols in place. You can go and chill, because sometimes there's this whole conversation, oh, you got to work 20 hours a day to be an entrepreneur and this and that. You really don't. Now, it's just about putting those things in place, a system in place, so where you can chill and do other things.
Yep. We want the soft life of business. Too many times we talk about the hustle. I don't want to hustle. I don't want to be booked and busy. I want to, I want to be paid, but I don't want to be busy where I'm stressed out, I'm burnt out. Like that's where building a team comes in. And most people say, when I say you need to, hire a team, I can't afford a team, Nicole. Well, you barter. You barter for that team to help you generate that revenue in your business, so then you can hire on full time and build a sustainable business if that is your goal.
I love that. So for people to join the program, I think it said, is it a monthly fee or is it like, a year fee?
Yeah. So to join the network, the Barter Black network.
Don't worry. We'll just get AI to take it out.
Thank you. To join the network, there is an activation fee to join, depending on what plan you choose. It's $47 or $97, and then there's a monthly fee to stay on the platform, and that's $15 or $20. So to stay on the platform and be in the network, that's you listing your services to sell on the platform for barter bucks, so you can earn barter bucks and then spend them for whatever you need in your business. But then we also offer you a barter credit when you sign up, which is either going to be 250 barter bucks or 500 barter bucks. And that's so you can start bartering immediately. We know that it's going to take time to establish yourself in the community, let people know your services are out there. So we want to make sure that you get a jump start on getting what you need in your business while you're working on selling on the platform.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah, that makes sense because it's that process, that missing piece, I would say, of any business. So
Yeah.
tell us about that, this journey of starting Barter Black. Like, what was it like with family and friends? I saw a post that you posted online, and you stated that your friends and your family is not all your supporters. Now you need to be worried about. You need to worry about, you know, the strangers, the people that don't know much about you.
Yeah. So, I feel like in entrepreneurship, we sometimes feel the type of way when we don't get that friends and family support. And we're like, okay, why aren't you posting? Why aren't you buying? Like, what is going on? I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. But the truth is, entrepreneurship was not talked about at the dinner table growing up, not in my household and not in most of the households that I know. And what I found in this entrepreneur journey is that they either don't know what you do, they have no idea or understand what you do, and two, they're not your customer. So they're not your target audience. And for me, my target audience is Black entrepreneurs. No one in my family, my friends are Black entrepreneurs. So of course they're not going to buy from me. They don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have anything for them. So I had that, okay, this is why they're not supporting me. But for the people who really didn't know what I did, I had a come to the business table meeting with my friends and family. I said, I need to tell you exactly what I'm doing and why this is important. And this way, you can not only support me and learn how you can support me, but you can support me. And then you can also tell people what I do. So you can encourage other people to come in. So I encourage everyone to have that founders table meeting, as I called it, and say, come on, friends and family, I need your support. I need your help. This can be a lonely journey without any support. It can be so lonely. So I need you to know what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how you can help me.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. I mean, this journey is extremely lonely. I mean, and people, family friends can mean well, but sometimes they can throw you off if they don't understand it. Then they're sitting there saying something that has nothing to do with what you're saying, or they're saying, stuff like that, and you're like, oh man, I ain't gonna talk about it with you.
Oh, the wrong person.
Like, oh man, and it's like, they mean well, they love you and stuff, but they just don't just get it. And I think, to the people out there that don't have that, like maybe you were able to talk to your family, they said, okay, people that don't have that, what do you say to them? Like, what recommendations do you have for those people?
I would say build the community. Whether it's friends or family or people that you meet at events or through social media, find those people who support what you're doing. Let them know how you need them to help. And I think a lot of times we translate help or support with a sale. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sale. It could be an introduction to someone who has the big money, who can, create a big sale. But I would say find other ways that people can support you where it's not tied to a sale.
And I think that's key to say. Like, people understand it's okay if they just share it. It's okay. It's not. That's a big deal. You shared it. I mean, I'm happy about that. You just shared it. I don't really. If my product is not your jam or my service is not your jam, that's fine. But the fact that you just shared it, and let everybody know it's there, that's fine. And also just, building that community, Facebook groups and all that, you can run ads and you can do live shows and talk about what you're doing, like what you're doing, Nicole. Like, what I like about you is that you're going 150%. You're taking initiative. You're doing live shows. You're saying, hey, jump on a Zoom call. Let me explain this to you. You're doing the work. So those are some things that people can do to where you're not stressed out if your family and friends support you. Because at the end of the day, you are your number one fan. And I was watching Coach Shay Shay, and he was talking to L Cool J. And he said, I don't need anybody to validate me. I validate myself, L Cool J.
That's right.
And I think that's an amazing thing, because when you validate yourself, no matter if, they don't, but they understand your product. your music, whatever you're doing. So,
Absolutely.
and it takes bravery. I think it takes bravery for you to just be like, yo, I'm going to go on this live and do this. I mean, what type of mindset do you feel the entrepreneurs need to have in this landscape? Like, I think mindset trumps money.
It does. It really does. And the mindset, I think there's different aspects of it, but for me is I need to go get it. No one is going to give it to me. I have to go get it. And quiet as it's kept, I am an introvert. Like, I do not like talking to groups of people, but I know that I have to educate people on the art of bartering and how it can help them grow and scale their business. So I welcome the questions. Mm-hmm. And when I do these podcasts and when I speak at these events, I'm doing it, one, to get myself comfortable with the uncomfortable, because I am so uncomfortable sometimes. So you have to get comfortable with the uncomfortable, and you have to force yourself in situations that you're not normally in to maybe discover what the next step is. And I swear, everything that I've done that I've been uncomfortable in has created different opportunities for me. So I definitely suggest just getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. I know sometimes social media, and especially during the pandemic, we got used to the Zoom and, everything. I don't have to really talk to anyone. But just put yourself out there. Have that mindset that I have to go get it. And in order for me to get it and prove to people that this is something that they need and want, I have to do the work.
I love that. And don't be afraid of looking stupid. I know, it's just one of those things, because some people be like, oh, I look stupid. Everybody looks stupid. It's like, man, somebody somewhere is not gonna like you somewhere for whatever reason, and you can be always confident, extrovert. Yeah, it's the most confident. You can be the most confident extrovert there is. But somebody will say, I don't like her eyebrows, or it's something petty. You'd be like, what the heck? So it's just one of those things where it's just like enjoying yourself, because I'm also, like you said, I'm an introverted extrovert. Like, I'm more of an introvert more than an extrovert. But to me, I had to get out of my comfort zone and do podcasting because I felt called to do it, because I had started getting people requesting to be on the show when I was just talking by myself. I said, what's going on? I can't tell nobody. I don't know. I can just hide behind the mic. So I had to get past that. And it's weird saying that for someone being a singer and jumping into tech, and I still do music, but I'm just saying, like, it's weird to say that, but that's why on stage you see me putting my music online. I don't sing on stage, and you don't have to be a singer. I didn't know that back then in 2021. You think you got to be on TV or where, but you don't. It's just about business. Everything's boiled down to business.
Absolutely.
So do you believe in law of attraction, Nicole? Do you believe that things kind of happen in some type of flow or some way? Or do you just think, I'm working hard and then I get results?
I believe both. Because I swear, like, I would not be here with you today. I know I wouldn't if it wasn't for the pandemic. So there are certain things that, and it's so crazy because every time something happens in my life that I'm like, oh, like what was the journey that got me there? So you definitely have to work hard, but I definitely believe that the things that you do, bring in those particular things that you're looking for, especially in your business when you're trying to grow and scale.
I totally agree. Because if you look for brown, then somehow you just keep seeing brown. Like, it's a weird thing. It's I'll be talking about something and it comes up on my phone, which I think my phone's listening to me. So
that it just definitely is.
But when somebody say the answer I'm looking for, they'll just tell me the answer. I'll be like, oh snap! They don't even know I was like asking that to the universe, but then they said my answer. Those things, kind of stick together in this weird way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I noticed that you were talking about Afrotech, and I've been looking up Afro. I've never been to Afrotech, but I've seen so many events they've had and stuff, and I saw you was invited to something. What were you invited to?
So I actually applied, and if anyone follows me, they know I apply for grants, pitch competitions, accelerators, programs, everything. So I applied for their first Afrotech Founder Circle, which they accepted. I'm not even sure how many, but they accepted different tech founders and entrepreneurs to be in this cohort where we do trainings once a month, and then we are invited to Afrotech. We have an event happening there as well. But I've never been to Afrotech either, and it was on my list this year. See, it was on my list this year. Now I get to go for free.
See, that's how, yeah, because this is talking
right. And I applied to be a part of their founder circle, so I'm excited.
Oh,
yeah, it's in November in Houston, and I can't wait.
Scorpio.
Yeah,
That's exciting. Yeah, Team Scorpio. That's exciting to go to Afrotech and don't have to pay, and then you get to meet different people. You know, how important is networking to you in person? There's been, so many. So, I think when they had Invest Fest, a lot of people were saying they didn't really get to meet anybody. They didn't get to, they just felt like it was for show, and then it's about some other conferences. What do you think? Do you think it's still important?
No, networking. What do they say? Network is your net worth.
Like,
so,
yeah,
networking is important. It's super important. And I am at my most uncomfortable moment when I'm at conferences with people I do not know. So I'm like, okay, let me just look at this presentation and not look sideways. I am that girl. But once I get in the flow and, maybe someone introduces themselves to me, or maybe I just introduce myself to them, it helps a little bit. So I feel like most networking or events like that should have some type of speed networking where we can get to know each other first.
Yeah.
But it is super important because every conference that I have gone to, I have eventually met people that we've created that relationship and, continue that relationship after the conference. They have referred me to different people or different organizations, talked about Barter Black. So it's important, especially in business, if you want to grow and scale, and you need a network to grow and scale your business. That's why Barter Black is so important too, because you need that community who not only knows what you do, but supports what you do and can tell people about your business. So it's super important to go to spaces like that and meet other people, especially because people come from different states. So you leave with friends from different parts of the country, which is great.
Oh man, well, that's exciting. I mean, yeah, I still think it's important to go out there and networking. Like I said, getting out of your shell. I think I plan on getting out of my shell and trying to go out there more and network. Because I said I'm in Vegas. In Vegas there's so much going on. I really like Vegas. I like California more because of the food, but and Vegas got good food too. But I'm just saying the food was just, I'm a foodie, and the food was just amazing. But there was you can't park nowhere. You can't get nowhere. You got to pay to park everywhere. It's $25, $30.
That's in DC. That's in DC.
I just heard about that. Yeah, I think y'all rent is on the level of California's rent. Everybody is saying. I was like, okay, won't be going there when I was trying to figure out where to move, because and just, and then the weather. I mean, I think the weather here is just amazing in Vegas because it's always just sunny and nice and stuff. And it gives you a good vibe because we all know being an entrepreneur just got up and down days. You got days where you just want to say, oh, and then you got, it's just having the sun. You go outside your porch and you see the sun. It just makes you feel better than if you've seen it somewhere. Like where I was in Georgia for 10 years where it's raining every other week, like just pouring down. And you're like, God dang, Georgia, come on. It's like, yeah, I piggyback too on like when you were talking about Black people, how you're trying to get us to stick together more, work together. I remember when I was in Georgia, I thought that because I was in Georgia, because I grew up in Virginia. Okay. So going to Virginia to Georgia, it was like Black city. So I was like, okay, everybody's going to want to work with me. We're going to kumbaya, we're going to put our money together. And I just didn't I didn't see that, And I'm not, I was just like, dang, why can't we work together more? It's like somebody want to compete with you, or they feel like, oh, well, if I'm not the captain, I'm not going to work with you. And it just made me feel disappointed at the time because, I still love Georgia. I thought Georgia was beautiful. That's great people, but it disappointed me that we couldn't just work together and just be cool.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That's one of my goals. And one of the, we can call off so many stats when it comes to Black entrepreneurs, but one of the main ones that I want people to focus on and know is that when you look at employer operated businesses in the United States, we only account for less than 5%, meaning we have less, our businesses account for less than 5% of businesses that employ people. When you look at white owned businesses, they have over 80%. So there's a there's a huge difference. And with us having almost 4 million Black owned businesses, that's telling me that we're not hiring, we're not working together, we're not building sustainable businesses. And the most tragic thing is it telling me that most of these 4 million Black owned businesses, if the owner was to pass away, the business dies too. So what are we really creating these businesses for? Are we creating them to outlive us? And what I'm realizing is that we're not thinking about the future, we're thinking about now. And I want people to start thinking about the future of their business and not just the now of their business. Because if you're thinking about the now, you're not growing and scaling the way you really say you want to. If you want to build generational wealth or create a business that you can pass down or create a business that maybe you sell for millions of dollars, you have to start operating that way. And we're only going to do that if we start working together, because we don't have the friends and family that can cut us $100,000 check, or, we don't have the venture capitalists that are going to invest in our businesses. So we have to do something different. And that different is actually working together. And that's why I built Barter Black, because we can say we're a Black owned business all day, but is that Black owned business going to operate if you have a family emergency and you can't work on it for a week? No. What are your clients going to do? Like, I want people to start thinking about these things. It's to me, it's not a flex anymore to say I have a Black owned business. Is your business sustainable? Can it operate without you? If something happened to you yesterday, will it continue to grow and run? Those are the things that I want people to think about when I have a Black owned business. Okay. So how is this helping the community? Like, what impact making on the generations that come after you? I want people to start thinking about those types of things. And those things are not tied to money. It's tied to community. We need the community to actually grow and scale.
Oh man. That was it. There you go. I tend to bring that out, I love that. It's about community, mindset, community.
Yeah.
Yes, you need some type of income to sustain you, whether it's a job or, and you got a rich dad. I don't know. But you got to have something to sustain you while you're going through this journey. Because like I keep saying, and I would keep putting this out there, it's a freaking journey. It's not overnight. Everybody that'll be like on TikTok, I sold 25,000 shirts. I got 80 clients in 1 week, in a year. It might take longer than a year.
Right.
It might take a few years for you to say, okay, I can go from this job, or okay, I can get off this person's couch, whatever. It might take longer than that. And it's okay. It doesn't mean you failed. And if a person tells you did, then tell them to go away. They don't understand the game. They don't understand. And I think that's the important thing is knowing that. And I like that. And forming an entity, getting your entity done, and make sure you know the BOI reports and all these things sneak up on you. Because I don't know when it came in. I don't even know when it started, because I don't know. Because I was an educated person once. And when I first did my first LLC in 2016 in Seattle, Washington, there was no BOI reports or any. And there was no BOI reports new, but the annual report thing wasn't there. So when I started again in 2022, when I created the new one, the serial LLC out here in Vegas, because Nevada is the one of the only states that offers that, a serial LLC. And every state don't offer that, which I found that out. Some states you have to have separate LLCs for each business, whereas Nevada, you can have one LLC and DBAs under it. So that's something I had to learn. And then I found out about annual report. I didn't know none. I didn't know about that. I didn't. It wasn't going on in 2016. I said, well, maybe did that on purpose. Yeah, I said, where did that come from? So these are things that we got to be ready for in understanding, and so yeah, that was just the word right there. And I'm excited because I think I'm thinking about using Barter Black myself and try to help someone else and stuff, because I had a consulting business, Blue Noir, but I gotta find the time to do, like, do I have time? Like, I'm thinking in my head, because sometimes I feel like, oh man, I have to prioritize, and that's what it is about being an entrepreneur. What is the priority, and what are you gonna do? Like, can you fit this in? Because I don't like letting people down or anything. I want to make sure that I can be there. They want me to be there, and just certain things. But I was like, I am gonna eventually join Barter Black because I want to help somebody, because it's, I wish I had no right. I wish I had no.
No one.
Yeah,
you get that barter credit that you can use immediately. So definitely.
Yes, I'm gonna get on there. Trust me. Before, let me see here, because I want to make sure I get in. I ask the questions. But I want to play a quick game with you really fast. Only like, you're gonna be my first person to play the game with before we close out, because I've never actually did this before. I never actually had a game, but I said, I'm going to try Nicole, because I could feel people's energies. And I said, sure, I like this. Okay. And also, I feel like people can learn more about you, because I also feel like being an entrepreneur is like a story. You want to know who you are. And I feel like this could. So it's called Would You Rather.
Okay.
So I'm just going to ask like 3 quick questions, So the first one is, would you rather have the power to fix one major world problem or instantly become a billionaire?
World problems.
I like that. Yeah, because you're not, it's about the heart.
Yeah.
See, that shows where your heart is. Would you rather be famous for something you don't love, or stay unknown but do what you're passionate about?
Unknown. I say that all the time. I want to be financially wealthy and be unknown. I don't want to be having paparazzi outside my door and following me everywhere. I don't want that. We can skip that part, like, because I am an introvert and I don't like the intention on me. So yeah, I'll take the unknown.
I like that, because people think that being unknown means you're not getting anywhere. You don't have something. Being unknown doesn't mean that. People, listen, it doesn't mean that. You could be a billionaire and be hiding under a rock. You just don't want to be seen. And that's okay too.
I'm thinking, my thought is, like, how many billionaires do you actually know about?
Yeah.
I know they're here, but I don't really know their story. And yeah, we'll keep the unknown.
Yeah, because I think I was watching the Angela Yee show, and there was a Black lady on there, and she was a billionaire, and she said that a lot of people don't know about me, because she said, I just like to stay out of the limelight. She said, I don't want to be known. But she said she wanted to help her community. She wanted to show Black people that you can be a billionaire. So she started coming out a little bit more now.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing too. Would you rather have everyone read your mind, or never be able to speak again?
That's an interesting one.
I had to get you somewhere.
Again. No, you can read my mind. I would say, because my mind, I swear, it's going all day long, mostly about business.
And you,
so, yeah, you can read my mind. I have to be able to speak again.
Yeah, because then it's gonna be frustrating, because you're just like, I need this to something, especially when you're old, then you can't talk, and you're trying to do the hand language and stuff, and it's like, dang, I should, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I would rather
we don't want to do that.
Yeah, I'll go to that one.
Would you rather win $1 million today, or get 100,000 every year for 20 years?
I'm gonna go with the 100,000. It depends. It depends.
It's tough. It's
It's a
tough.
hard one. Um, huh. I'm gonna say the 100,000 only because I don't think that I'm prepared right now for $1 million. So I'm going to say 100,000. That way I can rinse and repeat whatever theory I have. Yeah, I'm going to say the 100,000.
You know what? That's true because, and I like the self-awareness.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes some people aren't mentally ready for that right now. That's why there was a lottery doom show. I forgot what the show was called, Lottery Doom or whatever it was. People won a lottery in Boston. Yeah, it was like, oh, they weren't ready. The mind wasn't ready.
No, yeah. Let me set that up to prepare for that. I'm going to go with the 100,000 because what I'm going to do is, of course, with both, I'll be making the money work for me. So I'll be investing in different things, but I won't have it all at once. So yeah, 100,000.
That makes sense. I like it. I like your answers. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. One more, and then okay, this one here. Would you rather be able to change the past or see the future?
Oh, that's so hard. It's so hard. Oh, I'm going to immediately say, I go back and forth on that one.
Remember the butterfly effect.
My immediate thought is to see the future, but changing the past, I would only say that when it comes to like family and the people that I lost.
Okay.
Because in my life journey that I've gone through to get me where I am, I would definitely not choose change the past because it made me the person that I am. But
like that.
The future, I'm afraid of what I might see.
I'm trying to tell you. I don't know about that either.
I'm like, I don't know. Like, I think it's something in the unknown because I think knowing the future would kind of stress me out.
That would stress me out too.
Yeah, it would. I would be like, oh Lord, I know this is about to happen today. So we're gonna go with the past. I really have to think through these. I'm gonna go with change the past.
That's good though, because that's just great, subjective like answers because like it's so many people got different opinions, and I always say, I'm scared of both myself because I feel like I saw the movie Ashton Kutcher, The Butterfly Effect, and I just feel like you can go back in time and it just never comes perfect. It just you go back and change this, but then you lost this person, then you go back and change this, and you don't have your mind anymore. It's something weird just happens. So I was like, you know what? I don't want to touch neither of them. We're gonna be the power of now, just like the book by for that philosopher. I forgot his name. But The Power of Now. Yeah, it's the book called The Power of Now. Is being in the now, and not so much in the future. And it's hard because as entrepreneurs, we're like, okay, we got to post this. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to post content. And being in the now is important, like you said, because it's like you're kind of going on that journey and you're not sitting there feeling like I'm not there yet. But you're just enjoying the journey, Yeah. So yeah, man, I had a great time talking to you. Any final words before we close out? You shout out your socials. If you got a Discord channel, well, I'm not put it all in the show notes, but we can shout it out too.
Okay, so our website is barterblack.io, and we're on all social media at iBarterBlack. Definitely reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm excited for anyone who joins the platform and offers their services so they can then too get what they need in their business. And then I would say find your community, find the team that is going to support you in your dreams.
Oh, I love that. You read my mind about that. And before we close the show, what's a saying or quote that you go by?
Get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
There you have it. That was amazing. That's all we needed right there. I'm trying to tell y'all. I want to thank everybody for supporting me, and please subscribe and share if this gave you value. Leave some comments, chat with Nicole, tell her what you learned from her. Join Barter Black, support her. And I want to thank everybody for rocking with me. Everybody be safe out there. Peace.